Hey everybody, it's your buddy's pal Anthony. Today we're talking Batman issue 142 through 144, which covers the story called Joker Year 1. Spoilers after the intro. Steve, hit it please. Okay, so as the title says, this is the personally unneeded, unwanted origin story of the Joker in the current DC universe. The story takes place over a couple of issues and also over a couple of time periods. We flash to events seemingly following Zero Year, where they reintroduced Batman in an updated origin, and he was fighting the Red Hood gang, and then it turns out, they heavily imply, and this story confirms, that the leader of the Red Hood gang is who ultimately becomes the Joker. So he already started out as a master criminal, and then he got doused in the chemicals, and a lot of shit happens. Also in this story, we flash forward to the future, where in that story, a very Ben Affleck-looking Batman fights the Joker after he's infected the entire planet with a virus that's spread by laughter. And really the only positives I can say about this thing is I enjoy the Batfleck story because I just think the art's really well, and I'm a huge Batfleck fan, and that story just did it for me because I'm more of a fan of how Batman and the Joker would possibly end than seeing stories about how the Joker is born. As I've said, I don't need a well-defined Joker. I like that he's the tornado in Batman's life that just drops in whenever he damn well feels like it. I don't care for the fact that Joker knows all of Bruce's secrets right now. Joker's approached by one of Batman's old teachers, and not just any of the teachers. He's the one who taught him how to segment his mind, and ultimately what led to Bruce creating the Zur-En-Arrh personality. He says that he wants to help the Joker because, as a scientist of human behavior, he believes Batman thinks that he can be a force for order, and he wants to see what happens when he meets an equal force for chaos. So really, Batman and Joker now are just nothing more than this guy's crazy science experiment. This all backfires on the instructor, and naturally the Joker turns on him, he attacks him, and we'll find out that for years and years he's actually kept him prisoner in his own basement, going to visit him occasionally. And that's actually the end of Joker Year 1. There's a lot of other stuff that happens in this book. They flash around to a lot of stuff going on with Jim Gordon and him dealing with, he's a detective at this point, by the way, him dealing with a still corrupt police department. Batman, of course, makes some appearances here and there. And I really do enjoy the future set story that looks like it's Ben Affleck's Batman dealing with the Joker having taken over the world with his laughing virus. But all in all, I've said it 1,000 times between the last review and this review, and I'm sure I'll say it more. I don't need a well-defined Joker. I don't need him to have the same sort of abilities as Batman. Part of the thing that is great is that he was always, for this whole time, untrained, and yet sometimes he's able to go toe-to-toe with Batman, sometimes he's just, stabs him in the leg quick and slips away. The fact that he has his own ability to flip switches in his brain, it takes away from the wildness of him because he had to train or be taught to do these things. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Next up, we have what should be the conclusion to the whole Zur-En-Arrh saga with Batman. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you have a minute, head over to YouTube, and for just $1 a month, you can join the Nerd-affiliated army. Once a member, you get to join our live shows, suggest things for us to talk about and do videos on, and you'll get early access to longer videos, such as when we go to Comic-Con or Ghostbuster Day. You'll get access to that before anybody else. Also, head on over to nerdaffiliated.com. There you'll find our merch store, and you can get yourself or a loved one the gift of some sweet, sweet Nerd-affiliated merch. We have 2 live shows a week. The first, start your week off with Nerdy Coffee. The boss breaks out the Excel sheets, pours a nice strong cup, and goes over any of the nerd news that's happened over the weekend that we may have missed. Then, on Thursday nights at 8:15-ish, the boss sits down, sometimes with a guest. We all pour a drink, have some fun in the chat. Boss will do some unboxings or an interview, and we wind down the work week properly. As he says, 2 different shows, 2 different vibes, both a great time. That'll do it for me. Steve, play me out of here, please.